In this tutorial, you'll hopefully figure out how to make a Minetest Capture the Flag map. So to start out, you will need two things. One, the Capture the Flag game, which you can download from ContentDB. And two, either the edit mod or the world edit mod for building your map. Once you have those, you'll create a new world in the Capture the Flag game. You can name it whatever you want. The map gen doesn't really matter as long as it's not single node. It really depends on what map you want to make. Alright, so you'll go ahead and go in. Alright, the first thing you'll do is you will grant yourself all the privileges by running the command /grantMeAll. Now you'll either look around for a good place to build your map, or you will start building the map right away. Remember that most blocks have an indestructible variant, and there is an item called the admin pickaxe, which will allow you to break unbreakable blocks. It's also a good idea to isolate from the environment around it so that map making will be easier. In order to create the edges of your map, you will use the block called the indestructible barrier glass, and you will frame your entire map except for underground with that glass. Alright, as you can see, I framed that, but now you have to line the underground sides with indestructible block as well. And for this, I will use the indestructible variant of desert stone, as well as the indestructible variant of desert sand. Now that I've done that, I will proceed to make the barriers. In order to do this, I will be using the replace block in the edit mod, and I will put the barrier right halfway through the map. Now that the basic parts of your build are finished, you will run the command /ctfmap_e. This will open a form spec, which will allow you to either edit an existing map or create a new one. In this case, we will hit the button Create New Map. Upon hitting this button, it will instantly ask you to hit the two opposite corners of your map. Now, run the ctfmap_e command again, and you can see that the corners button is already filled in. That's what we just did. You can change that anytime you want. Now, the map enabled button will allow you to play whatever private server you're playing on to test the map. You will hit that box. Other info is the little form spec which is given in the /maps config. Right now I will just put in something basically random for that, since I have nothing really to say. Map authors, you can put as many authors as you'd like using comma. Folder name is the map name, except all low caps and underscore between the words. With the map hint, you would usually put in a hint for where the ore on the map is hidden. Or on this map, I will just leave that blank. Map license, make sure that your license is an open source license and can be used for Capture the Flag. Map initial stuff is any type of items that you want to get upon respawning or entering the game. For that, I'm just going to put in an example, default torch. Map treasures is any item that would not normally appear in treasure chests to appear in them. The skybox will change the skybox. In this case, we're going to use cloudy light rays. The map shadow intensity is the shadow of the map. The map modes are however many modes you want. In this case, I'm going to play this with classes, classic, and nade fight. Map jump height is how high you can jump. Map movement speed is how fast you can move on the map. Map gravity is how fast you fall, like the moon map. Map start time is what time of day it starts, and map time speed is how fast time goes by. So now you have these, which are the different team positions. First of all, I'm going to have a red and blue team, so I'm going to check those. Now I'm going to set the flag position for the red team. And I'm going to put it right here. Alright, now we will look at the zone bounds, which will be just from here to here. Make sure to include the area which is filled by the barrier, or else you will probably get bugs. Here you might as well add the indestructible blocks near the flag, which are required for every map, as well as the corresponding team chests for each team. Now we will be adding chest zones. You'll need 2 chest zones in this case, one for the blue team and one for the red team. You can also change the amount of chests that you use, and that's it. You can finish editing, and it'll tell you where it's saved. You'll go to the world folder that you're working in, and within that world folder there will be a schems folder, and if you go to that schems folder, then there will be your map, and we'll move that map to the other maps in the Capture the Flag game. You will also add a screenshot to that map as well. This should have certain dimensions. When testing the map, make sure to use a single node map gen. Go to the sides of the map. Here are some frequent bugs which map makers have to contend with. The only last thing to do is to send your map to the link in the description and wait for a review to see if your map will be added to CTF.